Most online booking forms on websites do one very basic thing. They collect the customer's request, they say what service they are interested in, and that's the stopping point. Even most softwares, for example, Job or Housecall Pro, etc., they give you the option to add these online booking forms on your website where they also let customer choose a time slot, but it's just based on like, hey, these are my team members, only book maximum like 10 kilometers of my business address or something like that. It's not dynamic. So when we are making FieldCamp's online booking feature, we took a couple of pointers in mind. First of all, we talked to 30 plus customers across the world to understand their booking process. And when I say booking process, it's not just website, it means phone, SMS, WhatsApp, website, every single thing. And because FieldCamp's fundamental is that we want people to build their own stuff, giving you the customizability, etc. So we built the online booking as a block. Think of it as a block which can be used anywhere, and the engine is powering it. So let's look at this diagram. Most FSM tools, as I said, they let people just intake a lead or partially book an appointment based on an empty schedule. But what we have built is we have built an online booking engine. Now this engine, as I said, is battle tested. It takes a couple of things in mind. First of all is the service area qualification. So it lets you add every single service area, not just one, every single service area that your team operates on, and it gives you customizability inside that service area. Think of it as like a ServiceTitan's business unit, where inside this area, what are the services that you offer, what is the team that works on it, how do you want to take a booking, every single thing. And this engine can be deployed on the online booking form on your website. It can power the AI CSR, which is going to talk to people. It's going to accept the appointments or book the appointments. It's going to be in the WhatsApp intake as well. And FieldCamp agents, which are 24/7 teammates, they can use it as well. And the action that is taken, it's either collecting a sales request for an inspection, it can be a job booking, it can be estimate, whatever you want. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually explain it to you. How do you set this up, which is the online booking engine, not just the form, and a booking flow that understands your service area, your bookable services, your available slots, and what type of work should be created inside your operation. And the finished result is pretty simple. A customer lands on your booking page. They enter their service address, they choose the service, they pick the real availability slot, fills out the job details, and the FieldCamp creates the right record for your team. And that might be, as I said, a scheduled record, a request, whatever you guys want. Now, the first thing, as I said, is adding the service areas. There are 4 ways to add a service area. One is a radius, one is a polygon, one is a zip code. Sorry, there are 3 ways. And if you say zip code, you can, we have used the most complex Google APIs to actually give you granular views, because if you just say Manhattan, there are 2 parts to a Manhattan, which is lower Manhattan, upper Manhattan. So you can actually choose what areas apply by adding the zip codes. Then what's the scheduling format? So do you want to take fixed time booking? What this means is based on your team's availability. If let's say you have a slot booked from 9 to 10 in the morning and the next available is from 10 to 11, but based on the address the customer entered, it will show as something like 10:15 to 11:15. So do you want to give a fixed time slot of like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, which are dynamically calculated? The duration is dynamically calculated based on the product or service that they have selected. Or do you want to take arrival window based? What I mean by this is, what's the arrival window length? So 2-hour arrival windows, 3-hour arrival windows, etc. Like 9 to 12, we will come anytime between that. What's the slot interval? So we will come for 30 minutes between 9 and 12 in the morning. And how should be the capacity be calculated? So how many bookings you want to take in that arrival window? One option is capacity based, which means that based on the products and services, like one customer comes in, they select a 2-hour service in a 3-hour window, which means you cannot take another 2-hour service. You can only take 30-minute service or 1-hour service. So it's dynamically calculating it based on the bookings that are eventually coming in. And manual is where you just said that, hey, you know what, I want to take 3 bookings max based on this area. So between 9 to 12, just take 3 bookings. What days you are going to be in that area for, and how long, for example, if you say manual, then how long it's going to be. Like, for example, I'm going to be from 9 to 5 on Monday, then how many jobs you want to take. And lastly, the team assignment. So who is going to be working in those areas, you can go into specific days as well. For instance, like on Monday, John will be going, on Tuesday, Arnab will be going, something like that. And if you want to give the categories to people to select as well, what I mean by that is in price book, there are categories like installation, then maintenance, etc. So you can give categories to make filtering easy as well. Once all of the service area setup has been done, the next thing is online booking. Now this is the form for website. As I said, the engine which is powering it is the service area. So now the engine has been set up, which means according to the booking scenarios, online booking, this is just for the website, but rest of the stuff like AI, CSR, WhatsApp intake, FieldCamp agents, it's still powered by the service area logic. Now in the booking page as well, one thing you want to take care of, which is going to affect the AI, CSR, WhatsApp and FieldCamp agents, is the booking type you want to take. So do you want to take a sales request? Do you want to take a one-off job? Or do you want to take a recurring job, which can be a maintenance agreement as well? Once you do that, if you have integrated your Stripe, you can take online payments for it as well. And for the recurring booking flexibility, we have given you a couple of options. For example, choosing the frequency, customer can pick the dates, then restrict reschedule function. For example, when you are a cleaning company, or when you are a pest control company, for instance, or a lawn care company, you want to allow customers to reschedule appointments from your customer portal. Then what you can do is you can give this option like enable it or disable it. And how do you want to deploy it? So it's like a full page, it's like an inline embed, it can be a floating button on the bottom, or it can be an inline button as well. And the code for embed is right here. And there can be notification scenarios powered by the workflow automation. You can fully customize the appearance of it. Like you have a color scale if you want right here. You can upload a background image, color, every single thing. What are the things and information you want to collect? So now if I go to flow, for instance, I can say that I want to verify the service area. I want to let them select the service. I want them to schedule it. And then all this information I want them to collect. You can disable a certain thing which you don't want, and what will be the content for each and every step. And if you want an AI assistant, then what does the flow for the AI assistant as well look like, which is going to be the AI CSR ultimately, which is powering it. Once all of this is set up, the flow is pretty simple. So when you add a product, service, or on your price book, for instance, then in the price book, when I add a product or service, I can enable online booking, and then what's the service duration, and if I want to let customers choose a recurring schedule out of it as well. And the good part is, based on the service, you can have multiple job forms as well. So for example, if they say I want to book a regular cleaning, then for a regular cleaning you want to ask questions like, hey, how many rooms, what's the size of your kitchen, how many appliances, etc. But for another cleaning type you want a different form. Then you can add different forms as well, and you can select the forms that are going to be applied in a given case. And the price book setup is pretty simple, as I said. But once all of this is done, you have a highly efficient online booking system, which you can not only add on your website, you can view it however you want. For instance, I can book a new service. If I add a service area, for instance, give me 1 second. Then I can choose the service which applies. You can add pictures, whatever you guys want. And then I can just choose a given time that my team is available. If there are any slots available, of course we have not configured it, but based on that the slots will be available, and it completes the rest of the steps. Now this same process doesn't just apply for your website, it can apply for your inbox as well. So if I go to, for example, WhatsApp and GL, then over here it gave me these slots based on my service area. Those slots were actually powered by the online booking system as well. If you want this setup, let's have a quick chat, and within 1 day you can have an end-to-end system that does this for your business. Thank you.